Hello lovely people, and welcome to probably the last video of 2025. Today we are doing an unboxing, and I'm so excited for this one. These are going to be all the littlest pet shops that I got for Christmas this year, and I, again, am so excited for all of these. Okay, sorry. So without any further ado, because I'm, so ecstatic about this, let's start unboxing. Well, technically they're all out of their boxes. I just need to get them out of their little plastic thingies. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, let's begin. Also, ignore the fact that there is a school setting in the background here. I'm probably going to be recording the second episode of the Nerds Rule remake. Probably a few days after this one. I am waiting for some new equipment to get in, so stay tuned because it might look and sound better. But anyways, we're going to be starting off with the 4-pack bundle of the pet pairs from, I believe, Wave 4. These are all Gen 7, by the way. G7, whatever. And we're going to be starting with the turtle and the seahorse. And look how cute this little guy is. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. What a cutie. Also, how was everyone's Christmas? Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, how was your Kwanzaa? I believe that's the day after Christmas. I hope it was all well and great. Here's a little slice of watermelon for him. And if you don't celebrate either holidays, I believe there's also Hanukkah. I don't remember when that is. But if you do celebrate it, I hope that has gone or will go well. And if you don't celebrate anything, well, I hope you have been having a pretty good December. Here's a little surfboard. Cute. Oh my gosh. The seahorse is just the cutest darn thing ever. And here is its, what I'm assuming is matcha boba tea. Oopsie. I don't really drink boba, but I'm assuming that's what that is. Okay, let's move these guys back here, and then we'll get on to the next pets. I'm gonna put the accessories and whatnot over to the side. Did you just see that roll around over there? Oh my goodness. Oh, this one. This one. Okay, next one is the crouching cat and the horse, which I'm actually gonna call a zebra because of the stripes. I also believe people are calling this crouching cat in particular the zebra cat because of its stripes. I love the crouching cat molds. There's actually going to be one that I'm using in the Nerds Rule series. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Oh my gosh. She is like everything. I love her. And here is a little necklace. I actually have a light blue one of these, so that's pretty cool. And here's a camera, which I might end up using quite a lot, because I personally love like cameras and photography and stuff. I don't really take pictures of like people, but I do animals and like nature, I guess you'd call it, or like the sky. I know that's pretty generic to do, but where I live, there's quite a few moments where the sky is very pretty when the sun in particular is setting. So I usually always try to capture those moments on camera. And if I can actually find any recent pictures I've taken of the sky, I will show them right here. Okay, here's the zebra. Oh my gosh, look how cute she is. I like how they're adding these little shapes, these funky shapes back into their eyes. Actually, I'm going to take her back really quickly because there's a little bow, which actually, you know what, this might not fit on her head, but it will for sure fit on this cat's head. Look how cute. Fresh. Okay, next one. I'm so freaking excited about this one. Because look at the collie. And look at the sheep. I don't have a sheep, but I do have a goat that I customized. So it'll be great to have more like barn animals. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, oops, I dropped her. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. Look at her. How precious. And here's what I am assuming is hot cocoa or like a latte. I don't know. I'm gonna get out the last accessory before we move on to the collie. Okay, so here's a little slice of strawberry cake. Very cute. in that goes. I am personally loving all the food items. So many people are like, don't give them boba drinks. They're animals. They don't need to. Yeah. As if we weren't like feeding our littlest pet shops like Starbucks or massive cakes or anything. I personally feel as though Basic Fun has been trying their best with the budget they've been given and, trying to, appeal to not only children, but also the older kids and young adults too. Personally, as someone who grew up with littlest pet shops and all those sorts of things, I think they're doing a phenomenal job. Just, look at this little guy. Or girl. So cute. So cute. Okay, let's move these little dudes back here now and slide these over here. So the next and final one is this one with the elephant and the gorilla. Now the reason why I said gorilla like that is because it doesn't really look the normal monkey molds, and it has this like mane around it. I think it's a gorilla, but correct me if I'm wrong. Now this one kind of reminds me of those postcard pets. I don't know if anyone remembers those, but they came with postcards and they had these little patterns on them, and I don't know, I just always thought those were really cool. Now one thing we do have in here that I'm a little confused about is this. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks like a sort of spray bottle. Could be like perfume or cologne or something. Now this, I have like absolutely no idea what it is. It could be whipped cream or like I don't know, ice cream or something, but I'm just gonna say that's up for debate. Now the last thing we have is this flower clip. I already have flower clips, but it's very exciting to have another one. All right, let's move all of those over there. Okay, now that those are moved out of the way, let's get on to the ones I'm most excited about. I can't remember exactly what these were called, but I think they're like Sweet and Stylish or something. But we're gonna start with the crouching cat, because she's so freaking cute. These also remind me of the postcard pets. I think what I'm going to do is just get everything out all at once and then show you everything. Okay, let's start with the crouching cat. Look how cute she is. Look how cute. I literally can't. She's like the cutest. So many people are so against the patterns on these little dudes, but I think that adds character to them. You know what? I love joy and whimsy. The next thing we have is, hold on, if I can get it on her really quickly. It's this little like crown tiara thing. And I love that. Next thing we have is this phone, and I've been needing new phone accessories. Well, not new phone accessories, just more. I already have some. They vary in size, but I have them. Now I have what I think, okay, so in the other unboxing video that I did, like, not the last video, but the one before that, there was this that came with that koala. I think it's a donut. I think it's a donut. Here's her boba tea. Here is, I forgot, I think they're called Swiss rolls. Here's this Swiss roll, if I can get it to focus. Nope. Yep, there we go. I think it was already focused before. I'm just so good at this. Next thing we have is this bow. I have been needing more of these. I'm so happy about that. The next thing is this necklace, and it's actually one that hooks around the back here. And I think that's honestly great. Really innovative. I say that's really innovative as if I don't have my own necklaces that loop around the back like that. The next thing is this little chocolate cake with this little heart and these little chocolate pieces on the top. Love that. The final thing is this teddy bear. I need teddy bears, and I'm so happy to have them. Next one is this Dalmatian. Hold on, focus. Thank you. Next one is this Dalmatian. And I just think she's everything. I already have a Dalmatian, and she's the G7 purple and white one. That was Basic Fun's recreation of the sparkly purple and white Dalmatian from, I think, G2 ? So it's honestly really great to see that they're making more Dalmatians. I actually really like the mold. Here she is. Oh, I actually really like her. Okay, this is my only critique. in this entire video. I don't like how they're doing the eyes. I know they probably have to change up some things because obviously Basic Fun is not Hasbro, and again, they're working with a very small budget, but that's my only critique. The eyes do just look a little off. I don't hate the mold or design as a whole. It's just the eyes. They're a little unsettling. Okay, so the first accessory is this blue little necklace. Very cute. The next one is this boba tea. The next one is this teddy bear. Of course, always have love for the teddy bears. There we go. It's focusing, I think. Awesome. Then we have this chocolate bar, which is a little concerning because dogs can't have chocolate, but I digress. Okay, so the next accessory is this bow, which I'm actually going to put this on her really quickly. I don't know how exactly, I don't know how exactly I want her to wear the bow. Hold on, I will figure it out right quick. Yeah, okay, maybe I won't put the bow on her. You know what, it'll be positioned right on the top of her head like that. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, next accessory. It's this phone. I think all of them came with phones. All of them also came with these little donuts things and those necklaces. But I'm still going to show everything off because duh, what's the point of an unboxing if you don't show everything off? Flower clip. I love my flower clips. And the last thing is this bone. I do like how some of the accessories are more catered towards the animal. Now the next one, which I've actually already started unboxing, is the short hair cat from this set. Now this one is probably my second favorite next to the crouching cat. I just personally think that any of the cat molds are just my favorite types of molds. Like, hold on. Here's one of these, like, I forgot what the mold is called, but I think they're just sitting cats. I love these. Here's one of the short hairs that's more like G2. Love that one. Then we have the Persians. And then, of course, my mascot, which is, you know, a wolf cat. I just love them. I just love the cat molds so much. Okay, here she is. Obviously, you know, these short hair cats are a little different from, let's say, a G2 one. I believe their heads are just smaller. The bodies look pretty similar as far as most things go. They might be a little taller too, but it's just the heads that are a little shorter. But I think, personally, I think that's pretty different in a good way. Sorry, I couldn't really think of the word there, but yeah, I think it's different in a good way. Obviously, if you don't like the pet, you don't have to buy the pet, and I stand by that. But anyways, time for accessories. Here's a bow that I'm actually going to put on her. Oh my goodness, she is just the cutest. I do really like how the accessories match the pets. Here's a little boba tea, a little chocolate strawberry cake, which I'm actually now noticing that this little heart, it's not a heart, it's a strawberry. But to make that more distinguished, I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of green acrylic paint and just fix that up a little bit. Teddy bear, necklace, phone, donut, another necklace. And then this looks, I don't know what type of, this might be a flan. You know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But I think that's what that is. Okay, last pet of today's video is the Dachshund. Anyways, here is the Dachshund. Oh, and she's falling over. Here's the Dachshund. I do believe she's a little different from the other Dachshunds. Let me grab her, for example. I think their heads are just a little smaller. That's probably the only thing that's different about them. I wouldn't say wrong, because that would be wrong. People are all like, bring back the old molds, bring back the old molds. And I'm just like, come on, guys, can't we be grateful for what we have? Here's our boba. Here's what I think is a brownie with like whipped cream and a cherry on top. Very cute. Realistically speaking, here's a phone. Realistically speaking, don't give your dogs chocolate. Thank you. Anyway, here is the donut, the bone, her bow, her bear, her necklace, and I think this is either a collar or a skirt. And that looks to be the end of the little unboxing. Let me just move everything over there. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And if you are excited for the second episode of the remake of my Nerds Rule series, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. And I will see you all on the flip side. Bye!